Alright, this is it. The Thunder is about to engage what's left of the strike fleet, the unnamed strike fleet that has dogged me for a while, I think, and I've only just discovered them. So we had a pretty fantastic set of airstrikes in the last episode that really dealt with this huge threat very, very quickly. If you remember, the Rooster is stuck here in Kala due to an event and can't take off for another 2.1 hours, and the rest of the fleet is down here heading as fast as they can up to Kala in an attempt to support them. It's going to take them, how long does it take them? 5.2 hours to get there. So no matter what happens, we kind of need to win this fight. I'm just going to commit everything to this fight because the Shamla Hamla is, well, it's actually, the Wiffle Bat is very fast right now because it is unarmored. And it is intended to go into fights with armor. It may just get blasted. My hope is just to win this fight very, very quickly. So let's unpause the game and we'll let this intercept complete. They're turning to fight as well. They're ready to engage. Let's hope they haven't repaired too much. Wish me luck. Here we go. So it's just into Cameron. The Cameron looks pretty well defended, like pretty well repaired. The top's open. The bottom right-hand side is open. It's repaired its fuel tanks. Looking at guns, it's still got the double-barreled 180mm in the bottom left-hand corner. If I attack it from the top right, it'll only be able to hit me with the 37mm guns. It has no gun here, and it cannot shoot through this fuel tank. So I need to try and get on the top right-hand side of it and just shoot down. I have AP ammo, and I'm going to use it. The bridge is here, and it would be great to hit this bridge and just take it out, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I have 5 morale in the Wiffle Bat, so I have 5 attempts at this. Well, I have 3 attempts at this fight before things get dicey. So let's go. Okay, we're coming in from we're on the wrong side, which is not a good start. I'm going to open up with a barrage from the AP. He's somewhere on the right-hand side of the screen, I think. I can't see him right now, which is very worrying. Oh, shit, he's above me. So we found him. I'm going to get it closer. I'm undershooting right now. The one good thing about the Wiffle Bat right now is it's actually fast enough to do a lot of dodging. And then we got the kill. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I was very worried that was going to get a lot worse. Cool. I'm very happy with that. Well done, Wiffle Bat. And we have some stuff to pick up. And we need to get some money here, which is pretty good. So let's have a look. We've got the Mark II 180 double-barrel Sarmat with 6,000, 2 237s, fuel tanks and ammo, survivors, which are so close to dying. I don't think I'm going to be able to get these survivors and get the Sarmat. My morale is so low that I can't afford a morale loss from losing survivors. So we're at morale 5. I think I need to let them go. I've got too much other important stuff here. I think I'm going to grab this ammo, then grab the Sarmat. Or do I just take the risk? The problem is if I don't grab the ammo and it explodes and it kills this, I've lost out on all this money. So we're going to go here. Survivors died, we didn't get a penalty for it. Everybody else is just flying and in the air at the moment. I'm not too worried about them. The other problem with the Sarmat is it is going... I potentially lose crew. I'm going to try and get crew protection. I'm probably not going to have enough time. No, I'm just going to go for it. We might lose some morale doing this, but I want the cash. The fuel's going to be important to grab as well. Cool, we did. Wow, we're getting very lucky here. Okay, we'll let that run. Everybody else is just moving. That's good. How was the morale like on the Rooster now? Morale 4. They're getting back into combat level. So while this is running, let's just talk about our next steps. I was wanting to up to Shivran. Shivran, I think, is a good location for our next stop because it's got a intel center, which I think is going to be important. Our main stop, though, is going to be Adra here, which is another refueling area because it's dangerous here in Kala. I only want to stay in Kala long enough to get enough fuel to get up to Shivran. The other option I head to Sek. I need to also think about maybe heading to Ark or Tarshish as a save point before we head up to Khiva. But we also need to think about getting to some hidden cities. I still haven't managed to do the rebuild of the Sevastopol, which I've been wanting to do for the whole game. It really needs a lot of armor, and it needs its guns moved around, but I guess we'll deal with that when we can. Let's take the 2A37 for a bit more cash. What I want to do here in Kala is buy some fuel, so that when the rest of the fleet gets here... Oh, I can't. That's right. There's just a lot of fuel lying around here, I think. Oh, they're fully fueled. We'll just wait for the rest of the fleet to get here. We'll just fast forward a bit. We'll just get them to rejoin the fleet here in Kala. Oh, no, they needed the rescue order. Oh, it did that thing again. I love it when it does that. Search the crew cabins. Without crew protection, I don't think it's worth it. We'll just let that run out. Okay, and then we'll get them to fly up to Kala. I didn't even need to do that. I could just take it off. Oh, yeah, are they still refueling here? They're still refueling here. Let's does belay that order. Let's let them refuel. We might as well grab what fuel is there. We need as much fuel as we can get our hands on. Cool, so I think that is now all the strike fleets dealt with, which is something that I have said before in this playthrough, but now they're definitely all dealt with. The only thing we have to worry about is missiles coming our way, and there will be enemy ships moving into range to missile Kala. That is something that I need to be very aware of. If we can't afford to stay in Kala for too long. Wait for this refueling to complete, and then we'll head up to Kala, and we'll just get the whole fleet to rejoin itself, and then we're going to head up to Shivran. Shivran, we're going to probably hit with an airstrike or scout with an airstrike before we send in the Rooster and the Wiffle Bat to take it, and then we're going to try and get some armor on the Wiffle Bat so it can take on some bigger garrisons. So let's get them to lean out here. Let's fast forward until everyone's here. Once the main fleet lands, we will get refueling. Okay, we just need a little bit more fuel, not a lot, just enough to get us to Shivran. That's not going to take too long. How long will it take if oh, it's done this thing again. So the way to fix this, if you have it, is just click on each ship, and it will update the icon for each one when you do it. Don't know why it keeps happening to me, but it does, and now everyone has the correct icon. So the Wiffle Bat needs armor. We have, 41 hull parts and 71 armor parts here. So I could potentially put it into dock here and get it armored up, which I think I need to do. My worry, of course, is if I do that and we take a missile hit, we can't get out of here in time. But it's not going to be a huge waste of money even if we do that. Let's just get him landed. I think I can fit him in this 116. If not, I'll put him in the 123. He's very light at the moment. What I meant to take have a look at in that fight as well was the fuel consumption. Although the fuel consumption is going to be a little bit, it's not going to be correct until I get it fully armored, because that will increase the weight quite considerably. Let's get this nice and landed. Cool. And then we're going to just see about up-armoring this guy. I like watching the gun spin. Are we going to land? Okay, thank you. Alright, so we'll just get the repair going. We can repair it back to this version of the Wiffle Bat. So we'll get him to this version. Fully repair, please. And then I'll just quickly do this as fast as I can, so just bear with me. Alright, that's the Thunder repaired, but it's going to take 17.9 hours for us to actually complete this repair, which I'm a little bit worried about. Since we're going to be here for a while, and if we don't get nuked, I'm actually going to buy enough fuel to get us to Adra fuel storage, and that's going to be our next destination. Also, since we're waiting here for a while, I'm considering sending a scouting mission into the desert. We'll just send the... We'll send... We're going to send... We'll send the Black Eye just north to see if we can find anything worth... Oh, I didn't put enough fuel in him, did I? Hang on, you've got, don't have enough fuel. Let's take you back here. We'll just see if we can find a hidden city. Sorry, I'm very stumbling with my words there. While we're waiting for the finished upgrade of this ship. I'm a bit worried I've done too much here, to be honest. What do I do? They'll land here. This is an embarrassing mess. You need to land here. What's going on? You got fuel? Okay, land in Kala. Thank you. Oh, I didn't unpause the game. Wow, this is bad. Okay, we've got a radio signal. I can't interpret it. What is other thing? That's on the emergency channel. That's probably a missile strike coming in. Let's land in Kala, and we'll properly fuel the Black Eye up. Just give him a full tank, and we'll send him north. And now he has a full tank of fuel. He has a full tank of fuel. Wow, look at the... that's crazy. Okay, unpause. We'll see how this goes. These guys are still refueling, which is fine. I wish I would stop clicking on that. I wish I'd stop clicking on that too. And let's have a look. So let's go see if there's a hidden city out here while we're waiting for everything to... We've got 16 hours. So we should be good. And there's a road up here that looks likely. There's also that road there, which looks likely too. But just pass some time. There's a city here, which is a good sign, actually. That's that kind of makes me feel there may be something around here, because there's some people living out here in the desert. There could also be something over here. If we look at the map, there's potential space over here for something. What have we got? We're still following around? Yeah, we're still following around. It's hard to see. Hopefully you can make it out in the YouTube video. But there is a road running along here. I'd love to find another hidden city right now. It would be a game changer. Especially this close to Khiva. We're getting really close, which I'm very excited by. You may have noticed, I didn't talk about it, but I made a small change to a couple of little changes to the loadout of the Thunder. To be honest, I'm still not super happy with it. I've had a lot of really good feedback on it. But lots of people have very different ideas on how armor should work. And I'm just not sure what the right way to take it is. Are we actually moving? Yeah, I had a weird sense of like desert blindness there. This road is still going somewhere, so I want to keep following it. We have tons of fuel. That will use 10% of our fuel. So just going to keep following this road and see where it ends up. Hopefully we find this hidden city here. That would be great. We've also got a Tarkhan far northeast of Ganymesh, which is along this route as well. I'd like to find another Tarkhan before we hit Khiva. We're not doing super great on support. A lot of our guys aren't very happy with this, especially after we did the whole, this is the beginning of the end, everybody. The end of the world is coming. And it didn't go down too well with most of the people in our fleet. I'm getting a strong Battlestar Galactica vibe from our playthrough at the moment, just the way we're kind of limping through Khivan airspace, protecting the Sevastopol as much as we can. If we find this hidden city, I promise you I will make the repair changes to... We did. I knew it. I just had that feeling. Just had that feeling there was a city of the hidden people out here, and there was. So this is our next destination. Let's see what they say when we arrive. Let's see what they go for sale as well. Alright, let's see what's going on in this city of the hidden people. The hidden people. The city welcomes you with open arms. The Doyen promises to hold your squadron in any way he can. No one fears the gathering here, and everyone wishes for Endeavour to succeed. 2 morale. I wish I brought the whole fleet here for that. 3,000 gold, that's great. 4 conventional KH-15 missiles, fantastic. Another 4,000 gold, awesome. And that's everything. What have they got for sale? They've got, obviously got fuel. 250 kilogram bombs, amazing. We've got 100 kilogram bombs, we've got 130 prox fuse. Let's just top up on bombs. How much is it going to cost me to top up on bombs? We're definitely going to do that. We need a lot of bombs. Shipworks, anything interesting for sale here in the shipworks? Engines, we've got escape pods. Oh, I need to put escape pods on the new Thunder. That's a good point, but nothing that exciting. Okay, in that case, we will get the rest of the fleet here as soon as possible. We'll just make sure we've got enough gas for them to get up here, which they do already. So we're waiting 15 hours for repairs. Let's just get that done. That's also going to time out this, and it's going to get our morale up while we sit in the city. I'm just hoping it's not going to come back and bite us in the ass too hard. 6, 5. You can see the armor slowly creeping around the outsides. I considered armoring up the top and the bottom, but I decided in the end against it. Oh, we've just finished our repairs, and I think we flew past it quite considerably. Let's get the fleet up to the city of the hidden people. This puts us in a great location because we're very close to striking at Tarshish. We've got Dadan here where I can make any more changes to my ships. I did just promise that I would finish making my changes to the Sevastopol. So we're probably not going to do that this episode, but I'll get them started next episode. And that's going to be great for assaulting Khiva and defending Khiva later. And we're going to try and take a city here. We're probably try to take Narad now. I don't think I need to worry too much about Shivran. I do need to hit an enemy intel center, but I think I'll take Narad first. Oh, got a radio signal. I'm not too worried. It's on the high priority channel. Yeah, Don't know what that means. I haven't picked up any ciphers. Let's keep going north, and we'll land in the City of the Hidden People. And then we'll make our plans for what we want to do next. So the question is, do we take Shivran or do we take Narad? I think taking Shivran is the more sensible option. And the reason I say that is I want to find out where these missile carriers and anti-aircraft groups are. So let's send out the Rooster, the Molotov, the Wiffle Thunder, which is now up to Wiffle Bat. I call it Wiffle Thunder just because that motivates up to 339 top speed, which isn't super fast. And we'll take the Shamala Hamala with us. And the reason I'm taking the Shamala Hamala is I want to make sure that I can actually, we'll take the Shamala Hamala and we're also going to take the Black Eye with us. We're going to fuel it up so that we can get to Shivran and back if there's a problem. I'm going to head out this way. So the reason I'm taking both of these ships with me is so I've got a fuel. We're not going to send any planes out to scout. I want to try and keep and make use of the, what's it called? The Sudden Strike ability, so we can hit Shivran and kill the garrison while they're on the ground. Because we can use the Wiffle Bat to do a lot of damage to them before they take off. That's the plan. Meanwhile, the City of the Hidden People, I should probably have something happening. So very quickly, we're going to load onto the Great Evil King. The conventional KH-15s we picked up. We'll just get them loading on now. So 1, 2, that's our first job. Then on one of our ships, the Molotov Stroganoff has lost one of its LA-29s, so we're going to put that on there as well. It actually lost a T7, but we haven't got any spare T7s. What else have I got going on here? I think I want to sell, or I might hold on to these for putting on the Sevastopol. Just take a quick look at the Sevastopol and get an understanding of what we need to do to it. So all of these engines at the bottom are very, very weak and unprotected right now. What I really want to do is try and get them armored up and protected. We need to readjust things. This is a 6-barreled 180mm Squall cannon, but it cannot fire forward. So I want to get it elevated so they can fire over these fuel tanks. I also want to get these guns here elevated as well so they can also fire over. This whole section here is unarmored because it holds all of our Zeniths. I might just get rid of these. It doesn't need the Zeniths. These are all Sprints, which are anti-air missiles. I do want these. We've also got the missile base here. We've got a KH-15 PN. Let's load another KH-15 nuke, just so I have a nuclear capability in my fleet. We also have some just repairs to make, and I just want to clean up a lot of this radar stuff as well. I can probably take a lot of this radar material off the Sevastopol so it isn't carrying all of our information gathering equipment and could become more of a battleship. It's quite a hard job to get this ship up and running, but I've got a couple of guides I've used in the past. I'm not great at rebuilding these massive ships, and we'll go through that when we get the chance. But that's some work done on those ships while the rest of this fleet heads to the east. So let's get them to fly over. We should be within Sudden Strike range very soon. So what I want to do is I want to send the Wiffle Thunder and the Rooster ahead. And we'll just get these guys to air stop while we send them in. So our Sudden Strike probability with this fleet is apparently 99%, which is great. And hopefully these two can work together. So the idea is the Wiffle Thunder will go in. It will use its heavy firepower and weaponry, well, that's the same thing, to deal with any really big ships in the garrison. That's its job. Once it's dealt with those, it will vacate, and the Rooster will come in and bop up the smaller ships, which it's really good at dealing with. But the Wiffle Thunder's job, or the Wiffle Bat's job, is just to take care of any gladiators or Pegasus or anything big and nasty that's in this area. What is this radio signal? Got a radio signal on the civilian band. Again, I'm just going to auto-intercept because it's Alistair wishes to meet with me again. So he's probably in Narad. We've got a lot of stuff pointing in this direction. This is another one. It's either in Shivran or Narad, but now we picked up that radio station. He's probably in Narad. But let's see what's happening in Shivran. We've got a trade fleet. I hope it's a trade fleet. Let's see what we've got. They've radioed out. Unfortunately, weren't fast enough, so they're going to be in the air. But it's because there's a trade fleet here, they radio instantly. So we're looking at a lightning. Could this be the end of our playthrough? We're coming against an enemy lightning and a whole bunch of weak ships. This should be pretty easy. I could even load prox fuse to make it ridiculously easy. We'll send the Wiffle Bat in to do as much damage as it can without taking too much damage. And the reason I want to do that is to get its experience up. These sluggers will all shoot AP ammo at it probably, so we need to watch out for that. We've already got missiles coming in. Let's see if I can remember how to shoot this thing. There's one down. Oh, I haven't got any flares on this. That's going to be fun. Oh, that's a bit of a high shot. 2 down. Just gotta watch out for these missiles. I can't dodge them. Oh, we just lost a ship to a missile strike. Well, let's try that again, shall we? I did not realize that I was not running any flares on this ship yet, which are very important. It's how I dodge missiles. So we're just going to go in with a bit of more heavy firepower than I originally intended. That's all of my proxies gone. Okay, that's that missile dodged. Missile coming in. Need to dodge that. How are we doing for fuel? We're down to 78% fuel. That's something else I want to pay attention to. Getting a lot of fuel fires, but that's because the underside of the ship is quite low armored. Okay, dodging another missile here. There's the trade fleet. The trade ship is the one that's firing the missiles at us, which is a bit of a problem. Oh, we took that hit, but we took it on the armor, so that's fine. I've got a feeling I might have accidentally deployed the landing gear in this fight. I think we just won. Yes, we won. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. I shouldn't have lost that first fight, but that's okay. Alright, that's a good shot at Chevron. The only downside to that is we did raise the alarm because the ship was landed here, and when there's a trade fleet and they detect you, they instantly radio. It's not like a normal garrison having the wind up to radioing you. Okay, we've got survivors here. I kind of want to grab those just because of morale. Although morale's fine. I'm not too worried about... Before, the reason I was wanting to get survivors, I didn't want to lose out on fear. On gentleness, but we've kind of lost that trait, so I don't really worry about losing them. I want this D80 Molot, I want this D80 Molot, I want this D80 Molot, I want the ammo. So I think we're going to grab... We'll grab this Molot first. We'll get these guys to join us as well. It says did we automatically capture... What am I capturing? I even missed that we captured the trade fleet. Up to 34 grand again, which is great. So we'll grab that Molot, and then we'll get crew protection. We'll try and get these mods. I don't think I'm going to make it, actually. We'll see what happens. Game's paused because of this radio signal. Again, I'm not really that worried. They could be getting a rocket missile strike ready to hit us here, so I need to be careful of that. They know exactly where we are. Okay, I can grab one of these molots by the looks of it, so I'll grab this one. Now we've got a big problem here, because if I don't get this molot fast enough, one of these exploding is going to take it out. So let's just see what happens. Oh, while I'm waiting, I just remembered I need to get fuel here. Let's get enough fuel to get all the way up to Agtash fuel storage as a starting point. Alright, we managed to get that. Oh, where's my thing? We managed to get that molot, which is great. Let's grab the fuel tanks, but the ammunition exploding is probably going to kill the fuel tanks. Okay, cool. The Wiffle Bat was successful in its first engagement. However, it needs its flare launchers. Apparently the Wiffle Bat didn't take any damage, but you can quite clearly see that it is missing a landing gear. But that's fine. It doesn't really need the repairs right now. We're just going to keep going. Oh, okay. Here we go. All sorts is happening story-wise at the moment. Allow me to speak with you, Sahib. My family has a treasured coda as well. We have kept it secret. It is proof of our royal legacy as kings. It is forbidden to reveal it until the time is right. So if any member of your family has a chance to become King of Garrett, this coda is supposed to be proof of their right to the throne. Yes, aye. And you told me about it because you hope I'll read it for you. Aye, Sahib. My family guards it like the apple of the eye, like the apple of our eye, but we do not know what it says. But when you read the old man's coda and Fazil's coda as well, I realized that it must contain a prophecy. Omar gives you a small box. Please, tell me what it says. So the actual text is, he was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before her shearers is dumb, so he openeth not his mouth. So he is as a lamb, or he is unto a lion. He was oppressed. I think it says a lamb. So he is unto a lamb. Humiliated, he is left without a voice, like a lamb led to the slaughter. Worldview. Force, -1. I'm picking all the wrong options, it's great. Omar thinks for a long time before responding. Turn your other cheek. Isn't that what your people teach? He does not return your gaze. A bitter smile appears on his face. I am sorry, Sahib. That is not the way the world works. He takes his coat and leaves, saying nothing else, and we lose We lose some of his. He loses some of his respect for us, which is just great. I'm having such a great time here. Do we have any flare guns? We do not. Let's sell these two D80 mullets for some money. If I wanted to repair you in the air, how long would it take? 13 hours. Well, we're not doing that. Cancel. I do need to repair this. So one thing I did was I put standard hull in these side parts here rather than full hull, and it has had enough to decrease the weight of the ship a little bit. Let's see if we can land it. Is there anywhere? There's a 61 there. And that's what's been blown out. I must have taken a hit from the rocket there, because rockets splash through armor. But that's why I put that spacing in there, so that it doesn't directly hit the hull component that's holding the engine, and we lose the engine straight away. But yeah, it was 111. That's nice. I do want to get that back in place. It shouldn't take too long once we've landed. We'll see. If we can get a decent landing, only having one landing gear. Should be alright. Nice and gentle. We lost a bit of hull there, but we should be okay. So if I repair it now, 7 hours. We're just going to have to take the hit and take the 7-hour repair. What's going on in supplies, though? We're going to need fuel. Actually, we've got a pretty decent amount of fuel. We can go where we want to go. Aircraft rockets, 130mm AP. We've got quite a lot of that. No prox fuse. I think we're good right now. Yeah, I'm quite happy. Oh, we'll sell these 300mm incendiary. You can't actually use those in the game, so yeah, we'll leave those there. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is, are there any strike groups left? No. Okay, where's the nearest attack group? There is a missile carrier group very close to us. Are they in airplane range is a good question. They are. So they, by the looks of it, are heading for Adra. So we could try and take them out with a airplane strike, which I think would be quite good right now because we know where they are, and then we'll be able to launch hopefully missiles at our team in Shivran. It may actually be a good idea for me to just get out of Shivran as fast as possible. But I want to take a risk, so let's launch. It's going to have to be the T7s that do this. They're the ones that are fast enough. We'll send them in with the old Saidi special. I want you to intercept these guys, but I might have to change their orders in the air. I should have sent them in groups of 2. I'll launch the wrong type of plane, I think. And we'll keep one plane back as a close air support, like I talked about last time. Okay, they are set to intercept. Let's see what else we've got going on here. Where's the next... Oh, goddamn. Where is the next attack group in the area? So there's also a missile carrier group down here. Oh, they are heading for Kala because of what we did earlier. Okay, let's get some LA-29s in the air to deal with those. They should be able to intercept. We'll send out 8 of those. I'm really glad I got out of there. Okay. And then the last thing I can check for is, I'm actually going to wait until we get more intel and see if there's another missile group in the air. These guys are never, ever going to get up there, so let's just send them down here. Alright. They're not actually intercepting now that I look at things, so hang on. We're actually going to get them to head up here, because these guys, I'm pretty certain, were very clearly, they were heading down here, but they changed their minds. So I'm going to get them to head up to Adra. And I'm going to get these guys, because if they're heading at speed 500, they're probably going to be somewhere around here when they get over here. So let's see if we can pick them up. Now the Adra group, I'm worried, just looking at their direction, I don't sure if they were turning or if they were flying past, so we may miss them. But let's see what these planes find first. There's a lot going on here, so I need to kind of keep an eye on everything at once. Okay. I'll wait for these guys to arrive. I'm going to send them back along the line to here. Let's see if they can pick them up. Okay, these guys have found the missile strike group here in Adra, which is great. Attack that, please. It's a shame the garrison's probably going to eat a lot of missiles for them. Now down here, these planes need to find... Okay, get ready to retreat. So this is just a missile group. It's just a lot of missile carriers. It's not strategic missiles. It's ships that just carry missiles. So we should be able to do a lot of damage here. Yes, it's another episode of airstrikes, but that's how we're going to win this campaign. All right, they're going to do their job down here, but I need to try and find this missile strike. This. Oh, okay. This is the ship that was sent to take out. Didn't destroy him. Wow, that's a powerful ship to take. Oh, probably because one of the bombs missed him. Oh no, they got the kill. He must have run out of fuel. I just want to. I know I keep mousing back to here, but I want to see if we can detect this missile group. There's a lot of ships here. I think we're bombing Navrans though. Is he dead? Oh, that's a courageous. Come on, guys. Can you like pick the right target, please? He's totally out of control, but not dead. Oh, is he coming back for another run? No. Oh, he came in for another bombing run, but missed. He got shot at now. Let's just retreat him. I don't want to lose him to random fire. Alright, that's all of the airstrikes there complete. But let's see if we can find this strike group. Can you guys just head to Kala? Check if they're there. No, I want you to head to Kala. There you go. Okay, they're not here. That's for sure. They're here an hour ago. There's no way they could have made it all the way there. Is there? Could you... They're not at Kala. Oh, did we just detect them? That was weird. Oh, we found them. Haha. Okay, cool. I got very confused there. So they were hiding back here. If you've got the range for it, guys, hit this strike group, please. I just want to make sure everyone is targeting the right ship. This is a much smaller missile strike group. I'm not too worried about these guys too much, but like cleaning them up just means they're not going to hit me in the back later on. This is going to be a problem. These guys are going to miss a lot because they're too slow to make a decent bombing run. Oh well. I might just recall them, to be honest. I don't think they're going to do what I want them to do because they're not fast enough. Let's just get them back to base. Save the bombs. The good news is neither of them are coming to pressure us at Shivran while we do our repairs, which is great. Okay, what I think I'm going to do is I'll take Narad this episode, and that's probably what we're going to call it a day. So we've still got one more place to take, and I'm going to look up my plans for the Sevastopol as well before the next episode. I will get the Sevastopol built. Cool, our planes are coming in. We've got 4.7 hours, so just fast forward until we are ready on repairs. Oop, good old sticky keys. Sorry about that. And we'll just wait for these repairs to complete, and we'll go up and hit Narad. I was hoping another intel pop would come up. There's a trade fleet heading to Tarkish. No, heading further north, heading to Samara. Samara? Yeah, heading to Samara. Okay, let's send this fleet up to Narad. And this is where we can see if there's any decent mercenary ships to pick up. I'd love to pick up a Gladiator. Someone pointed out a really nice build for the Fat Man as well, which I'd love to see. Now we're very close. We're 2 hours off the Thunderstrike alarm being cleared, which I would love to take advantage of, but I think we just need to go for it. The sad thing is, actually, I could get them to loiter outside of Narad's airspace until the alarm is done. So if we just order an airstop here, that's the alarm cleared. Now we'll go to flight cruise. And we'll just wait for them to get a bit closer, and then we'll order the Wiffle Thunder and the Rooster again to just head ahead and attack Narad. I will get these two to just slow down a little bit. And we will wait for Narad to get hit. And this time they should be asleep when we get in, unless there's another trade fleet here, which means we can just attack them without worrying about being counterattacked. So we'll just wait for this to go off. Here comes the attack. There's the garrison. They have not been alerted. We can go back to operating in the dark, which would be great. So the enemy no longer knows where we are. Okay, we've got a Paladin Mark II and a Nimrod, so we'll probably get the Wiffle back to focus on them, and then when they're dead, we'll swap in for the Rooster to take them out with the Ballistic. Okay. I'm very bad at these strikes before our game really starts. Need to remember as well, I don't want to take too much damage on this ship because it takes a lot longer to repair. Okay, we'll take out this guy here and then we'll switch to the Rooster. Need to watch this missile. Get under it. Try to hit this guy if we can. See, this is a big difference in strategies for me. Oh, that was very mean. The difference here is that I am relying quite heavily... Where's my retreat spot down there? Previously, I've been relying on moving around a lot to act as my armor, which means that I don't have any repairs to do after a fight. But because this ship is actually taking damage, it does have repair and it needs to complete. I'm actually just going to finish this fight with the Wiffle Bat. He's on 50% fuel because I burnt a lot of fuel at the start of this fight. Boosting away from that. There we go. Boosting away from the missile. So, yeah, to repair the armor. We don't have to repair speed. Oh, we lost 6 crew. That's a bit sad. That means we're not going to get any experience. Oh, we are. Cool. Veteran Gunner, Ever Ready, or Royal Guard. Definitely Royal Guard. Best upgrade in the game. Alright. What do we want? The Zenith, disassemble the hull, some fuel tanks. If we get the fuel tanks, I get this 2A37. So let's do that. And we'll get these guys to join in now. Get their thrust to full. And we're no longer on the enemy's radar. They've now lost track of us completely. Which is great. At least as far as we're aware. And look, Khiva is just there. So Khiva's we're just almost on the same screen as Khiva. Okay, it's a fuel safe. Let's grab this 2A37. I want to grab this to A220 if I can as well. But I'm not going to worry too much about going out of my way for it. Do I want this ASO 75? Yes, I do actually really want flares. I want to take the hit on potential loss of crew for it. Did the boys arrive? Yeah, they did arrive. This never updates sometimes when a fleet gets joined to another fleet, and I always worry that I've missed the ships. Let's see if we get a negative effect for this. Ah, we have an accident, damn. So we lost 21 crew. Oh well. Let's land the fleet. We lost 1 morale. That's worse. We're not going to land just now. No event for once. Before I check let's see what's in the shipworks here, because there's a few parts I'm looking for. Let's get these. Actually, we will want to land the Wiffle Thunder, so let's quickly put it in the docks. Got a 122 over here, that's fine.
Beginning final approach. 500 meters.
Just get him down and then I'll continue talking. Is he going to fit in this 122 spot? I'm actually able to slow him down or not enough. I don't know if he's going to fit. Oh, he's a bit too chunky. I think he's a bit...
100 meters. Everyone get ready.
Oh, he's far too chunky. But he's in now. We lost all of our armor on the right side doing this maneuver.
Touchdown confirmed.
Oops. Yeah, do I want to retry that? Nah, let's take it. He's going to be here for a while. Oh, maybe I should not have taken that. It's a lot of damage. Oh well. Take 8 hours. Okay, and let's get these flares mounted. Because this is very important for the ship to work. As noted, you can mount flares inside armor and they'll be able to shoot out of it. I'm so sorry about that. That's very embarrassing, the amount of damage I just took. Alright, let's have a look at what's available for sale here. We've got a Negev, which is an auxiliary light cruiser. It's kind of like a baby... I'm not super keen on it, to be honest. It's got 4080 mollets, but it's got a big fuel tank in the middle. We've got a Navarin, which are cute as... but I don't really want one of those. There's a Tarkhan here, I just noticed. And a Paladin Mark II. That's a good ship. Is there another ship here? No. Look at this. Okay. Guess we're dealing with this Tarkhan then. Let's watch me completely mess this up as well. A small, cloak-wrapped stranger emerges from the ship accompanied by an entourage. The gold-trimmed sword on the stranger's belt seems disproportionately large. So large, it interferes with his gait. To your surprise, you see Omar and his men bow reverently to the stranger the moment they see him. Al-Ashir. Oh, I've actually met Al-Shahir. Okay. Omar, son of Rasuf, peace be upon you. Why are you here, Al-Shahir? How is your good father? Hasharids in service to the Lord Governor murdered my father. They threw him off a ship 3 days ago. His body was scattered against the ground. Hasharids are the former guardsmen of the King of Garat. Some Hasharids now serve the Lord Governor. Others have taken refuge in the vast desert of Garat. So we can imply, judging by the very intricate design on his neck here, the fact that his father was thrown off the ship and Hasharids, his father could be the old king. I also mentioned earlier that there was that other Tarkhan who I believe could be the king, so it's a little bit obtuse as to who's who. Look at his eyes as well, they're golden discs. Omar and his men seem stunned by the news. The Almighty shall avenge his murder sevenfold. May it be so. The boy turns to you next. Peace be upon you, son of Saidi. Peace be upon you as well. Good. The boy smiles when he sees you hesitate. Al-Shahir. Call me Al-Shahir. House Reeds in service to my Lord Governor murdered my father 3 days ago. You have my condolences, Al-Shahir. You're heading for Khiva, son of Saidi. Allow me to join you. I will be happy for you to fight by your side, Al-Shahir. Al-Shahir +2. I want to meet other Tarkans. Do you know where to find them? All Tarkans became outlaws after the Khivan Revolution, but I've heard rumours of a Tarkan living to the north. It is quite far. Thank you. I appreciate it. Character joined. Al-Shahir. New ship. Paladin Mark II. Alright, let's take a quick look at the Paladin Mark II. So this is a Paladin Mark II. It's a missile carrier, which I'm actually not that upset about. I could use this quite well. It's a missile carrier that's actually very heavily armoured, and it has these 4 D80 Molots. Now what I could do is I could replace the 2 A37s that are on... Oh, actually, yeah, these are not... This is the elevation situation. Because the centre area is elevated, these 2 A37s do not have 360-degree coverage. As is, this ship is fine. I don't want to rebuild it right now. It's a good little pickup for this point in the game. I didn't make any changes to it. I do not want to buy... What's this? Has just appeared. There's a Yars Mark II. So we've bought a lot of Yars. This is a Yars Mark II. It comes with 4 KH-15 missiles for 9,880. I think a KH-15 on its own. If I just check, oops, where's my mouse going? If I just quickly check, a KH-15 on its own is 1,500. So 4 KH-15s are 6,000 gold. So I can get another ship chassis and 4 missiles. That's a pretty good price. I think I'm going to buy that Yars. People are going to laugh at me, but I can rebuild this into something else if I need to. It's going to be slow as hell, though. The Navarin has 6... the Navarin has 6 flare launchers on it. I could really use those flare launchers on the Wiffle Bat to get it fully combat ready. I could move them over and then use this as a mop-up ship. Replace those Vermpoles with D80s. That's very tempting as well. Get rid of the Zeniths. Get rid of the Fab 1000s. I'm terrible with bombs. You know what? I'll think about it for next time and I'll come up with a plan. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode and I'll catch you in the next one. And I hope this rain stops soon.